Like to come 5 degrees to starboard, sir. Starboard 10, steers 063.
Starboard 10, steers 063.
Lunatic loose in our area. Sir? Lone yachtsman. Frenchman called Andre Hugo, missing for 5 days. All ships northeast Atlantic asked to look out for him.
Don't you approve of lone yachtsmen, sir?
No.
Not even the great ones? Chichester, Shea Blythe, Godfrey Buckham?
I approve of those that can look after themselves. The other sort are a damn nuisance.
Bridge block.
Thank you. Bridge.
Skunk 34, bearing 041, 9 miles, stationary.
Confirmed stationary.
Confirmed, sir.
Our mad Frenchman, sir?
Have we time to go and see?
Affirmative, sir. Port 15.
Port 15.
It is a yacht, sir.
300 miles west of the Azores, alone, stopped. That's adventure.
He could be ill or dead.
Or just lost.
It isn't the Frenchman, sir. His boat's white-hulled with yellow sails. L'Étoile de Rivoli.
It's a British yacht, sir. Blue ensign.
Lunacy isn't the exclusive reserve of the French.
Ladies cry out while on their heads they bear. Ackee rice, swordfish are nice, and the rum is fine any time of the year. Ned? Sad to say, I'm on my way. Won't be back for many a day.
Knight Errant.
Knight Errant. Pilot, there's a register of yachts in my cabin.
Sir.
We ought to report her to Lloyd, sir. Could be someone at home who'd like to know where she is.
Could be a skipper'd like to know where she is, too.
Sad to say, I'm on my way. Won't be home for for many a day. My heart is down, my head is turning around. I left a little girl in Kingston Town. Nate, do you want to change watch? Well, give me another half hour, and I'll give you a spell.
Stop, both engines.
Stop both engines.
Not registered, sir. Not in the name of Knight Errant, anyway.
Then we'll ask our skipper.
Someone coming up in the cockpit now, sir.
Come on, Nate. I'll take over. Give you a spell.
Knight Errant! Good day, sir. Is all well with you?
Where are you bound?
I say again, where are you bound?
Single-handed.
Looks like it, sir.
Ask him if he needs anything. If we should report him to Lloyd's.
Knight Errant!
Is there anything you need?
Shall we report you to Lloyd's?
Knight Errant may be, but not exactly long on chivalry, is he?
He's an old man, sir. May have been at sea a long time.
Yes. Lower the Gemini. We'll send the navigator across.
So,
Haven't you told him yet?
told what to whom?
Father, about your scheme.
Huh?
Your request for extra leave to go sailing.
You mean, have I discussed the possibility with the captain? No.
Wish I could be a fly on the bulkhead when you do.
Yeah, so do I. Give me a good chance of swatting you. Ready to go, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Right, present my compliments. Ask him where he's from, where he's bound. Is he all right? What does he need? Does he want us to report him?
Sir.
And Paul. Yes, sir. Be careful.
Understood, sir.
You don't really think he's mad?
I think all lone yachtsmen are mad.
I meant there's no danger to Paul.
If I thought there was, I'd have sent you.
Oh, cheer up, number one. Worse things happen at sea.
Oh. Come in, Bill.
I thought you'd be excited.
Oh?
Well, this yacht, kindred spirit.
Oh. Why does Alan Glenn get through to me? Every time without fail.
What now?
Oh, all lone yachtsmen are mad. Single-handed sailing's a waste of energy.
Well, he's entitled to his opinion.
He ought to keep it to himself.
Why?
But he's the captain. People listen to him, adopt his attitudes. I mean, Paul is going over there thoroughly brainwashed.
Well, Paul's not as stupid as that.
Yeah, but he's impressionable.
Well, so are you.
All right. They're not dogmatic, and the captain is.
Well, strong character, strong
He
views.
never changes them. Everything in this ship is the gospel according to Commander A.D. Glenn, AFC, Royal Navy, no amendments permitted.
What about your own plans? Your own voyage?
He's going to love that.
Well, it can't stop you.
It can. It'll take 5 or 6 weeks to sail to Quebec.
Oh, so he'll give you extra leave.
Well, tell me I can't be spared for frivolous pastimes.
He won't.
Well, it still gets to me.
What does?
It's like pleading guilty and throwing yourself on the mercy of the jury or the court.
Don't be so sensitive. Look, if you feel like that, ask for unpaid leave.
Well, that's a thought.
If you're prepared to let your pride cost you money.
Well, I'm not prepared to let the captain pat me on the head and tell me to go away and play. Oh, well, that's Paul's on his visitation by now. Better go and see.
Yeah, I've just had a thought.
Oh, yeah?
If that lone yachtsman is a raving idiot, it's going to cut the ground from under your feet.
Well, if he is, I'll stay on board and learn to crochet.
Hello? Hello, Ned. Why didn't you call me?
Sir? From HMS Hero, sir. Commander Glenn's compliments. And... Is there anything you need, sir?
Need? Who are you?
Lieutenant Peake, sir. From the frigate. HMS Hero.
Dear God, I thought you would.
Sir? Are you all right, sir?
Yes, I'm tired, sir.
Yes, I understand that. Been at sea a long time?
28 days.
From Cartagena?
From Falmouth to Antigua.
Oh. Antigua. Know where you are, do you?
Of course. Noon yesterday.
Yes, that's where I make us to be, too.
I've got some beer somewhere.
We hang about much longer. We'll be late at the gym.
Perhaps you should send a signal. Well, a signal anyway. Ask for details from Knight Errant.
You're worried, aren't you?
About what?
Knight Errant. The old man.
Annoys me. What's he doing out here? What's he trying to prove?
If it was Shea Blythe or Buchan, I bet you wouldn't.
Exceptional men. Now, every idiot who can afford an ocean-going yacht thinks he can take on the world single-handed. Ah, thank you, Aitken. Well done.
Yeah. Actually, I was going to ask you.
Sit down, Derek.
Thanks, sir. I was going to ask you
Yes?
about some unpaid leave. Tack it on the end of my seasonal leave.
Gonna have a baby?
I've been given the opportunity, so, of making a solo passage myself.
In a sailing yacht?
Well, yeah.
You want to take unpaid leave to go to sea?
To go sailing, yes.
And what's the point?
Give me a chance. Give me a chance to think.
Think.
About life.
Live your life, Derek. Don't think about it.
Don't you ever want to get away?
If I did, I'm sure I could manage it without drowning myself. Perhaps I could do something useful at the same time.
No, but it's a challenge, isn't it?
So is crossing Piccadilly Circus, but I wouldn't take unpaid leave to do that.
If you don't understand, I'm sorry.
Oh, I understand, Derek. I'm sorry, but I think it's selfish, self-indulgent.
I see.
Derek, if you want a challenge, go to India, Bangladesh or somewhere. Work in a clinic for a week or two. Don't run away by pretending to be a hero on the back end of a yacht.
Aye, sir. Excuse me, please.
Yes, Bill?
Excuse me, sir. I wondered if you'd noticed the Burgee on that yacht.
Oh, don't tell me. It's a Japanese soldier who thinks the war's still on.
No, sir. It's the Royal Naval Sailing Association. It looks like he's one of us.
Shall we report you to Lloyd, sir?
No, thank you.
What about stores? Water? Charts? Anything?
Nothing, thank you. I'm all right. I'll rest today. Get away again after sunset.
And the name, sir?
That's what counts, isn't it?
Sir?
The name. Some died with their owners. Some live on. And on. Always the name. And what about you, young man? Are you going to make a name for yourself? High hopes, have you? How old are you, boy?
27, sir.
27. Remarkable.
Sir?
So is he. 27. Good day, Lieutenant.
Good day, sir.
Captain, sir. Officer of the watch.
Captain?
Generally returning, sir. Navigating officer on board.
Roger. Don't hoist it. I'll ask the first lieutenant to join me in my cabin.
Roger, sir.
Yes. Yes, he is. Yes, right, I'll tell him. The captain wants to see you, Jack, in his cabin.
Yeah. Paul coming back, I imagine.
I wonder who he is.
Well, the captain's already made up his mind. A madman with more money than sense.
Not if he's ex-Navy, he won't have a penny.
Oh, well, more words of wisdom, I suppose.
Have you asked him about your projected jaunt?
Oh, I have indeed.
What did he say?
Told me to go and grow beans in Bangladesh.
Sad to say, I'm on my way. Won't be home for many a day. My heart is down. My head is going around. I left a little girl in Kingston Town.
Smashed? In what way? Chopped up? With an axe?
And no hint as to who he is?
He says he's out of Falmouth for Antigua. Funny thing is, he's using a North Atlantic chart last corrected 1938.
What?
Yeah. And there's a track on it. From Cartagena, Colombia to Plymouth.
Does he know where he is?
Yes, sir. On the nose.
What do you think, Paul?
Well, sir, he's unbalanced. Long time at sea. Channel fever, or worse.
Rather a sweeping diagnosis, don't you think?
Well, he smashes his radio. He's working off a 1938 chart with the wrong passage on it. Won't take supplies, doesn't want to be reported.
Oh, and another thing, sir.
Yes?
Well, he called out to me. Called me Ned.
Ned?
Yes, sir. As if he didn't think he was alone, that Ned was with him.
Well, what do we do?
Tread carefully. He's on the high sea.
He's flying a British flag. Oh, an S.A. Burgee, an old man, sick, perhaps a bit mad.
Do you want me to go across to him, sir?
No, I'll go myself. Don't worry, Derek. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Shall I chase Maud for a reply on Knight Errant?
Yes, and tell C&C and Flag Officer Gibraltar we're going to be late. Blame it on the navigator.
As usual.
Good morning, sir. Commander Glenn, Captain HMS here. I've come to ask you if you'll join me for lunch.
Thank you, but no.
I'd prefer that you did.
A threat, Commander?
A request. At the moment.
But if I refuse?
I hope you won't.
What do you want to know?
Your name?
It's of no consequence to you.
Your naval rank?
Well, that's of no consequence to anyone.
Why you smashed your radio?
It's my radio. Commander, I'm on my own yacht on the high seas. You've no cause to involve yourself in my affairs.
You're sailing under a British flag. You refuse to give your name. You're behaving irrationally.
Irrationally?
It isn't rational to smash up your radio.
I disagree.
Sir, I have reason to believe that you may constitute a danger to navigation.
Oh, I was waiting for that.
I'd like you to come on board, Hero, until I can take further advice.
Well, you removed me forcibly from my own yacht.
I invited you to lunch.
Very well. I must dress.
No, please don't bother.
If I'm to go aboard one of Her Majesty's ships, sir, I'd prefer to do so properly dressed.
Of course.
But is he ill?
He's out of his tree.
But is he physically ill?
No. Tired, maybe.
He knows where he is and where he's going?
Evidently.
Then we should leave him alone.
A master of his own destiny.
Exactly that. Suit and land, please.
But if he won't tell us who he is...
But why should he? He wants to be alone, so he escapes to sea. Even out here, the Navy has to come along and challenge him.
Quite right.
Well, because he's an eccentric.
Call it what you like.
I call it courage and vision.
Opting out of the rat race.
Going round the twist.
Oh, how old are you?
27. The yachtsman asked me that.
But I find it hard to believe, too. Thank you.
You've been on board a Leander before, sir?
As a matter of fact, my wife launched one.
Oh? Which one?
I can't say now. Shall we go?
Captain's cabin, officer of the watch.
Leading Steward Aitken, sir.
Looks like you have a guest for lunch, Aiken.
Aye, aye, sir.
What utter nonsense.
Thank you.
If everyone took that attitude, Everest would never have been climbed, and man would never have gone into space.
Except that you don't climb Everest without oxygen and you don't send untrained men into space.
Yeah, exactly what the captain's saying. Well, there is a difference between the Chichesters and the Buchans taking a yacht out and some old lad who's never been outside the hamlet.
You don't know where he's been. If he wants to cross the world in a passer's biscuit tin, it's his affair.
So we should let him go?
Yes. He's upon the high seas upon his lawful occasions. We're supposed to be a security to people like that, not a hindrance.
Even if he's out of his tree.
Can't you contribute anything else to this conversation?
Pass the sugar, please.
Now, that'll turn you into a spotty youth.
Gives me energy.
Pity it's all expended as hot air. Yes, Aitken.
I thought you'd like to know, sir, the yacht gentleman's coming back with the captain, sir.
Oh, thank you.
Sir.
I'd like to do the yacht while he's here.
Negative.
Might at least find out who he is.
Well, perhaps he's already told the captain.
Wouldn't tell me.
Not surprised. He probably thinks you're out of your tree.
Oh, it's all right before we started lunch.
This way, sir.
Good afternoon, leading steward.
Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down, sir. What would you like to drink?
Well, a gin and tonic would be splendid.
What are you offering us today, Aitken?
The chef calls it lamb, sir.
Oh, does it? Ah. I understand you've been at sea for 20-odd days.
28, yes.
If you'd like a bath, sir, you're welcome to use...
No, thanks. I use buckets of salt and water. I prefer it.
You've done it before.
Yes, sir. Yes, very sad. Thank you.
Thank you, Aitken.
Sir?
You don't drink at sea?
Rarely.
It's good. I was the same myself.
You had a command?
Long time ago.
What sort of ship, sir?
Oh, this and that. Cheers.
Cheers.
Anyway, he wrecked his radio.
Up.
And he called me Ned.
Well, I can think of a few alternatives.
Look, you can't get away from the fact that the
Can't
man...
get away from you. If ever there was an argument for single-handed sailing, you, in your present mood, are it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Aiken, you haven't by any chance got an urgent message for the navigator, like a sudden appointment at Christmas Island.
No, sir. It's a signal, sir.
Yes.
Well, the yeoman asked me to put it in front of the captain, sir, but he's at lunch with the yacht gentleman, and, well, you'll see for yourself, sir.
Good Lord. It's the identity of our mad yachtsman who's never been outside the Hamble.
Yeah.
It's Admiral Godfrey Buck.
Buchan? But he retired from yachting.
And I asked him if he knew where he was.
The greatest single-handed yachtsman that ever lived. Not, of course.
Oh, it can't be him.
Well, it is. Formed Charlie Golf 66 on fire with the Falmouth Coast Guard states, Knight Errant sailed 28 days ago, single-handed, skipper Admiral Godfrey Buck. Destination Honfleur.
Honfleur? In France?
He cleared Honfleur the following day, but with no stay destination. Captain, better see it right away.
Sir.
So, there are a few queries, aren't there?
Like what he's doing back at sea.
And why he refused to identify himself.
And why he smashed his radio.
Well, feel like smashing mine sometimes. What's that early morning program?
Breakfast with Beaumont. Terrible. Switch it off every morning.
Oh.
Well, what do you reckon now, Derek?
I don't know.
We're still short of a few answers.
Yes. Well, perhaps you'll tell the captain.
I really must apologize. Well, because I'm Godfrey Buchan.
Because I threatened you.
Oh, no, Commander. Because I'm a name, a celebrity, an admiral. If I were a poor, simple son on his first journey, there'd be no apology.
Then you could have saved my embarrassment.
Why? Godfrey Buchan hasn't sailed in 5 years. Hasn't been an admiral for 20. Why should I hide behind my reputation and my name?
Because you earned them both.
You think so?
Yes, sir, I do.
You know nothing about me, Commander.
Are you worried now?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we should be doing about it.
What do you mean, because he's a legend?
Well, it's more than that, isn't it? Inspiration. Example.
Well, he was. I mean, he's an old man now.
Oh, number one.
Yes.
Have a signal. Further to my sensor, you'll wish to know that Admiral Godfrey Buchan's wife died last month after a long illness.
So his wife dies and he goes back to sea.
That must be it.
Poor old boy. Has Captain seen it?
Not yet.
I'll take it in.
Right. Do you want to take it in?
Why?
Don't you want to meet Buchan?
No, All right, so it's stupid. But I'd rather remember him the way he was.
Right.
No, but I feel badly about not recognizing you.
Well, I hardly recognize myself these days. I used to grow a beard in my active years.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yes, pilot.
Excuse me, sir.
Thank you.
Sir.
I'm very sorry, sir.
For what?
The death of your wife.
Ah, yes.
Is that why you're here?
Here.
You must have been married for a long time.
30 years or more.
You must be lonely now.
I've got used to loneliness, Commander. I've made it a virtue.
Yes. Why did you destroy your radio, sir?
I dislike radios. Always have.
And why did you refuse to tell me who you are?
Because I'm tired of being Admiral Godfrey Buchan. Celebrity. Yachtsman extraordinary.
And widower.
I don't follow.
You are, sir, if you'll forgive me, an old man. The wife has died. You're alone.
Ah, the grieving heart.
Well, it would be understandable after 30 years.
I had no love for my wife, Commander. Nor she for me. I have no rendezvous with her.
I'm sorry, sir. It was a natural assumption.
Well, you must take my word that it's wrong.
Very well, sir.
Well, can I go back to my yacht? No reason to keep me.
What do you intend to do?
I shall rest for the remainder of the day and then continue my voyage.
To Antigua?
Probably.
Will you take some supplies from us?
No, I've got everything I need, thank you.
Very well, sir.
Another famous personality for the scrapbook?
Yes, sir, a great man.
Yeah. Why? And why great?
Oh, well, sir, because he is.
Because of his voyages?
Oh, no, sir, because he's a gentleman, sir.
Captain, sir, navigating officer.
Captain?
Permission to hoist the Gemini, sir?
Negative. Come and see me in my cabin, Paul, and ask the First Lieutenant in the WEO to join us.
Roger, sir.
Ah, Ned. It won't be long now. Won't be long now.
Well, gentlemen, any suggestions?
Sir?
What is Buchan doing out here?
Didn't he tell you, sir?
He told me he's sailing for Antigua.
And you don't believe him?
I don't know. And I don't know what I should be doing either. Now, what do we know about Buchan, apart from the fact that he's a famous yachtsman?
He married well. It's a distinguished war record.
Made Vice Admiral. Would have gone higher if he hadn't been so outspoken.
That's right. He published an article criticising the government for defence cuts while he was still serving.
He published a book too, didn't he? I think I read it once.
What sort of book?
All about one of his sea voyages, an early one.
Farewell in the Sargasso, sir.
What?
The book, sir. I've got a copy. It belongs to the ship's library, sir.
Well, where is it now?
In my locker, sir.
Well, go and get it.
Sir.
Sir, are we making too much of this?
Wish I knew.
Still think he's mad. Must be.
I wish I knew that, too.
I hope he isn't.
Derek, about that leave of yours.
Sir?
I don't see why it should be unpaid.
Thank you, sir.
Published in 1939, about a voyage in 1938.
Date of his chart.
And the track on that chart from Cartagena to Plymouth?
Yes, sir.
This book is dedicated to EJP, 2740 North, 6630 West. 2740 North, 6630 West. On that same track.
Could be, sir.
And EJ, what P was it?
Oh, that was his sailing companion, sir. Excuse me, sir. Edward John Peterson, sir.
Ned!
That's
Right. 1938, sir. Was that the date of his first big voyage?
Yes. Derek, call away the Gemini. I'm going back to Knight Errant.
Sir.
Paul, check this position.
Yes, sir.
Down at the market, you can hear ladies cry out while on their heads they bear ackee rice, swordfish are nice, and the rum is fine any time of the year. Ned.
No, sir. You're not there yet.
Where's that, Commander?
2740 North, 6630 West. That's where you're making for, isn't it?
Isn't that my business?
One-way trip. Not even much water. I'm sorry, sir. I must take you back with me.
Why?
I can't stand by and watch you kill yourself. Not you.
Not the great Godfrey Buchan. And if I were to tell you that Buchan was never great, that Buchan was a myth.
I know better than that.
Do you? Do you know about my voyage in 1938 in farewell?
I read the summary of your book. You left Cartagena, Colombia with your friend Peterson. He was swept overboard, and you took the yacht on alone.
Across the ocean, single-handed, in a little 9-tonner. I was a lieutenant in those days. Not very bright. But that voyage changed my whole life.
It was a fine achievement of seamanship.
It brought me to the attention of their lordships. First Sea Lord persuaded me to write a book. I began getting invited to bigger and better parties. Met the right people, met my wife. 2 years before she wouldn't have looked at me, but now I was Lieutenant Commander Godfrey Buchan. Intrepid sailor. Author, voyager. She wanted reflected glory, and I needed the security of her money. It was very useful, that money. Helped me to buy bigger and better yachts for my sailing career. Allowed me to entertain, wine and dine the influential for my naval career. And it all started on that voyage with Ned Peterson.
So?
My whole life, my reputation, my career, even my marriage was based on a lie. One enormous, despicable lie.
I don't understand.
Damn it! Can't you see? I didn't fight farewell through those storms and across those seas. I didn't stay at the helm 5 days and 5 nights afraid to close my eyes. I was lying in my bunk, seasick. Afraid. Useless.
Ned.
Yes, Ned. He was a lieutenant, too. Brilliant seaman. On the edge of greatness.
But you can't be sure.
I'm sure. He fought farewell against all that God of nature could thrust at us. He fought it alone. Alone. And having beaten it, exhausted, he was swept away.
And you recovered?
I had. I was afraid of the sea, more afraid of dying. I'm sorry. I'm tired.
It isn't necessary.
Before my wife died, there was nothing I could do. Even with her, I couldn't bring her all that hurt and shame. And when she died, I wanted to call a press conference and make a clean breast of it. Before I died. But I was so grateful to so many people who followed me, who believed in me, who emulated me. I couldn't let them down. You see that?
Yes, sir, I do.
That's why I smashed the radio. Because I thought I might start chattering on it. Later. I don't trust myself that much.
I can't condone any of this. I can't stand and watch.
I can't live a lie. No longer. I had to confess or get to sea.
And if I let you go on, to die?
You'll allow the legend to live. And that's what's important, isn't it?
If you'll die for it, it must be important to you.
Ned Peterson died for it. I borrowed it. Became its guardian.
And you made me its keeper, too.
Yes. Yes, I have. Do I leave it in safe hands?
No safer than yours.
I have a debt, Commander. I must go and pay it.
Must it be with your life?
That is the nature of the debt.
I think, sir, that you're a very brave man.
No, Commander. Just an old man in search of peace. May I go on to find it?
Goodbye, sir.
Jevon is clear of the water.
Roger.
Round the way, pilot.
Sir. Slow ahead, both engines.
Slow ahead, both engines. Both engines rated slow ahead, sir.
Letting him go on, sir.
Yes.
He is all right.
He's all right.
And away you sent me, my dear Annie. Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance, polka? Oh, you New York girls, can't you dance, polka?